How is it going, everybody? I'm sure you're here today because you are wondering, do you need to use pocket hole screws? And the answer is, I'll tell you the answer in a second. If you would, guys, drop down below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps our channel out if you appreciate this content. All right, so let's get to it. Pocket hole screws versus regular construction screws. Do you need them? And I say the answer is no. Generally, you do use pocket hole screws when you are doing furniture and more, let's say, more delicate woods and more delicate joints. Now, I built tables and coffee tables, dining room tables, and I've used these construction screws. And so these heads, the flange right here, since it curves down, basically, if you've ever looked at, I'm sure you're looking at a Craig drill bit. The drill bit has a little hole in it and then it kind of flattens out to a wall, and that's where the screw is going to sit, okay? So when you sink your screw, your construction screw in here, this kind of flange is meant to drill in and sink into the wood, which is going to, in turn, if it's a sensitive or a weak spot in the wood, it's either going to push it out and bulge it, or it's going to completely split it because it's trying to just go straight through it. When you look at a Craig screw or a pocket hole screw, they're not the only person who makes these screws, it's flat, okay? So it's going to stop just where it's meant to. Now, there's some other things to consider when you're using these screws, right? So here's a Phillips head interior screw. It doesn't really matter, we're just using different lengths, but there's your star bit. I love the star bits. It's so much easier. Phillips head, I don't even know why we're even messing around with it anymore. But then your Craig uses the standard square bit. So these three screws, these have the different flanges. These are both drilling tips, right? So it's gonna help you without a pre-drill. This is not a drilling tip, and that is not gonna do very good. This helps clear out a little bit more material when you're going in and helps you drive in, okay? But this is gonna stop, this is gonna keep going. If you're using 2x8s, as I'll show you here, this is perfectly fine. Zero splits. You're using small pieces of wood near the end, you need to do those. Now this is the new bed frame that the Mist just built, and this has pocket hole screws. As you see, there's no bulging or cracking at all, and it just seats in there so much better. So if you guys would, please consider dropping down below, hitting that like and subscribe button. We're growing our homestead. We do some interior projects and some exterior little structures that are super simple to build, and I like to do tutorials on those. It just goes to show you that you don't need to have any crazy experience to build these things. It's super simple. You know, it might not look like it's on Joanna Gaines' website, but I think you would be pretty happy if you, having no experience, you built this yourself. You get a lot of value out of that, and I would appreciate it if you grow with us.